What's good? What's going on, my G?
Nothing much, man. Just fucking making some tea right now, and I'm about to chill in the room. How are you, bro? How are
Chilling,
you?
bro. Chilling, chilling. Yo, I appreciate you hopping on in this live with me, man. Just
I
so you know,
appreciate you offering for me too, bro. It's an
um,
honor, honestly.
absolutely, bro. No, man, don't even worry about that, bro. Remember, we're aspects of each other, so you're just talking to another aspect of yourself right now. So check this out, bro. That song that you sent me, Inner Divinity. I'm already basically almost done with my verse, so I'm gonna be recording that shit tonight, and I'll send
Oh,
it back
that's
to you.
awesome, bro. That's really crazy. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
beyond my expectations. Awesome.
Look, bro. When
Get that
I'm
shit done
hyped,
so soon.
I hop on that shit quick. That
Yeah,
dude
man,
is
I
cool.
feel you. When you're in that flow state, it just like happens, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Like I like the music writes itself when you're inspired. That's how I like whenever I'm trying to write and I gotta like really think a lot and like really like I encounter resistance, I just like wait and come back for it because it's like, it's best when you're inspired, bro. That's my experience. But that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm
Absolutely.
really fucking happy to have you on that shit, man. It's gonna really like a lot of people are gonna like that song.
Yo, I'll tell you right now, that beat is fire. And I'm the type of person I listen to a beat first before I even listen to your lyrics. And if the beat resonates, it resonates. And honestly, as soon as I heard that shit, I was like, yeah, this is fire. So I'm gonna hop on this shit. It's dope. Who
Yeah.
produced that beat, man? Where you get it from?
I got it from someone I know on YouTube actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's really,
Well, to let the
really,
people
really
know in
cool,
advance,
man.
the track is called Inner Divinity, right? Inner Divinity?
Yep, the track
Mm,
is called
fire,
Inner
bro.
Divinity. It came to
I
me.
gotta tell you, man, you killed that shit, bro. I listened to your verses. I was like, yeah, yeah, man, this dude is nice, man. How long you been rapping for?
Or wait, what'd you say?
How long you been rapping for?
Uh like seriously for like 2 years. Like actually seriously doing it. I was freestyling a little bit before that. Like probably
Okay,
since 2016. That's when I was like recording and shit. I'd start making stuff on SoundCloud and whatnot.
okay.
How about you, bro?
Yeah, bro. So listen, man, the real reason why I wanted to do this live with you tonight, bro, is because I've been following you for a little while, and I know you've been following me for a little bit too. And I've been watching your content, man, and I can honestly say, yo, this dude is really in tune with his, with his higher self, with his inner wisdom. And you've gotten to the point, bro, where you've really touched on many different topics that are important for people to know. And you're very knowledgeable in these topics, you know what I mean? And when I asked you the other day how old you were, and you told me you were only 18 years old, that's fucking crazy, bro, because, to be 18 so young and to have this much cosmic wisdom already shows me your purpose here is for a grander reason, and you are here to touch the masses, bro. So, I mean, I was your age when I first woke up spiritually. I was 18 when I started my awakening process. You're 18 already full blown into your awakening process. So that shows you, bro, 10 years from now where you're going to be at. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, it's
bro,
crazy
when
to
it
think
comes to
about.
people like you, I like to bring people like you more attention to your page because you deserve it, because you're speaking on shit people can benefit from. You feel me? So, like I said, man, anytime you post dope ass content and I repost it, bro, just know I'm reposting it just from my heart because I want people to see what you're fucking saying. You know what I mean? You're saying really
I can tell
valuable,
that,
really
man. I
valuable
can
shit.
tell that.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear you say that, man. I really appreciate that because it's like it almost feels like I can't even take credit for some of my shit because it's like it's just like
It's like,
comes
where's
to
it
me and it's
coming
like
from,
it
right?
feels like it feels like I'm unconscious. It feels like I'm not even aware that I'm channeling sometimes because people will tell me all these crazy synchronicities about like my posts and stuff like that. I'll be like, they're like, "Are you reading my mind?" I'm like, "I promise you, I'm not reading your mind. Like, I don't know how I can't do that, but like not
No,
yet at
dude,
least."
it
But
happens to me too, man. I'll post something and somebody will, DM me like, yo, this literally what I was researching this morning, or I was just listening to this and you're the first thing I see on my post or my feed or whatever. I'm like,
amazing,
bro,
yo.
it's the synchronicity. You're resonating with the frequency. That's all it is, and it's
Exactly,
manifesting, it's
man.
reflecting back to your reality.
Awesome, bro. We're
Yeah,
all
man.
like tapping into the collective consciousness on the like same frequency type shit, and this is great, man.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
just blessed to be like in a position where I can actually share this type of knowledge and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at you, bro. Look at your page, and all you do is spread like light and love, like, and you get this much people are out there on these social media platforms that want to learn, that want to grow and evolve, and it's just like a
Absolutely.
blessing that I could just like that any of us could just like have a platform to like gather this many souls is like such a powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we live in a time where it's like we can dead ass just truly spread love and light, and people will be out there to receive it. You know, you gotta
Yo,
sometimes like, sift through it,
absolutely.
but like times have shifted, man. Like I just, you know,
Absolutely,
obviously I
bro.
wasn't alive in the before the 2000s, but like doing my history work and stuff, just like, you know, seeing how
That's
things were. It's
crazy,
like
bro. You were born in
times have
2000?
changed. Well, I was born on, yeah, 2000 on that year.
Wow, that's amazing. That's the year that I turned 11. That's crazy. Dope ass
That's
shit, bro. Dope ass
man.
shit. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm really grateful for you to have even incarnated in Europe at this time because people like you and your generation, I'm one of four brothers. I'm the second brother. My youngest brother is 19. He'll be 20 this year. And to think that you're even younger than my youngest brother, like your guys' generation, bro, you guys are on another level, bro, because a lot of you
Yeah,
guys are
it's
already
like
coming in. You're already coming in fully fucking equipped and ready for war in a sense, for the
exactly. That's
spiritual
what
war.
Dolores Cannon says about the three waves of initiates, bro. The
Yep,
third wave or whatever, they're coming in like already activated and shit. Like I like
yep,
there's someone out there who's fucking like that I've been talking to that's like 13 and like awakened, bro. Like 13.
exactly.
That
Yeah,
that's
bro.
that's
My oldest
nuts.
son. My son is 7 years old, and I've already got him on this wave. He's not obviously he's still young, so he's not thinking about the deep state and all this,
Yeah,
negative
but
shit.
he can resonate
Yeah,
with the vibe of like
yeah,
love and
the
light and stuff
cosmic
like that. It's
concept.
not always the intellectual aspect. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just vibrating at that frequency. It's a powerful ass thing to get kids into, like teaching kids early how to meditate, and then like that's powerful, bro. Like people like there's a community in my state where they're going around in schools and they're teaching kids meditation in the masses, and it's just like
Beautiful. That's
this
beautiful,
shit
bro.
is
That's
really
really
happening, bro.
beautiful.
It's like so beautiful. The time that we live in. We live in such an amazing time
Yeah,
to be
it's
born
crazy,
right on
bro.
the cusp of a fucking ascension. Like that's powerful. What were you about to say?
Honestly, it's insane to say that I've been blessed to experience this firsthand, this shift occurring because when I started awakening, it was back in 2007. So in 2007, I was 18 years old. At that time, I was already on that wave where I'm thinking like, yo, I need to go vegan. I need to start eating fucking animals, and I need to start meditating more. I need to fucking, research more about UFOs and extraterrestrials and these government cover-ups. All my people thought I was crazy. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about? Because that was during the time, around the time where I had moved to Florida from New York, like a year or two prior. You feel me? So like all my people in New York were like, what the fuck is Florida doing to you, bro? And I'm like, yo, it's not Florida. I'm like, yo, it's not Florida, bro. It's just living in Florida. I'm grateful for Florida because in Florida I had my spiritual awakening. And in New York, I was heading down a very dark, negative path. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, there's a lot of MS-13 gangs. There's a lot of gangs in general. You feel me? So it's like
Yeah.
when you get out of that toxic environment and you come to an environment where there's more nature and there's beautiful sunsets and the energy is just completely different. At that time, I came down to Florida kicking and screaming. I never wanted to move down here. But now I realize that there was a higher purpose behind that. You feel me? Because I've met my wife here. I had my kids here. I had my spiritual awakening here. My music changed here because I started doing music, since I was young, bro. I used to rap with a crew back in New York named JDK, which is just me and my homies and some of my cousins. Moving to Florida forced me to become a solo artist. And I went through depression and I got a bunch of songs I was recording when I was like 16, 17, 18. It's all on my website, crewzthroughlife.org. You can hear all my old, you can hear the evolution of my consciousness through my
I didn't
awakening
even
from
know
when
that
I
you
was
had
that
music
young.
that old, bro. I'm probably about to check that shit out.
Yeah, bro, you'll see the difference, brother. You will see the fucking difference. Like,
I'm
there was
sure,
an
bro.
energy.
Like you're saying, just the nature alone and the environment change is such a powerful like energy, bro. Like I cannot fathom trying to live somewhere where I can't like see nature around me. You know what I'm saying? It's a real energy around it, bro. Like I need to be around nature. I need to have it like visually all around me. And like really like it makes a huge difference, yo. And I know in New York and those cities and shit, man, I go around New York, I gotta fucking blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks before I could even see a fucking like a park with some nature. You know, there'll be a tree here and there in the sidewalks, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like to see some real like green, like all around you, like you're in the green. Like I just go to Central Park and that's like, that's not even,
You
it's
gotta go out to
crazy.
Long Island. I mean, because where I'm from Long Island, bro. So like, in Long Island is not the city; it's more suburban. But You know, Long Island has a lot of hoods and it's got a lot of rich areas as well. So like where I'm from originally, you know what I mean? I was born in Bayshore, I was raised in Brentwood, and I've also lived around Konkoma. So Brentwood is an extremely bad gang infested area. And then Ronkonkoma was just a very racist area with like its own gangs as well. And it's only gotten worse through the years, you know, and then fucking a lot of people that I knew and grew up with started turning into heroin addicts and shit. Like, bro, that shit really was crazy. You feel me? So I understand that my higher self taking me out of that so young and putting me in Florida for a reason because my purpose is for the masses. You feel me? It wasn't just to be another hip hop video rapper and just rap about ignorance. Like I actually had a purpose to awaken people through my music. And I only realized that when I moved here. So I'm eternally grateful for moving here. You feel me? And it's like, it's insane, bro, to see how much it's changed. Like when back in 2007, nobody was on this shit. I felt like I was the only person that I knew physically, other than people I would find online, like, you know, David Wilcock, Stephen Greer, and then Bashar, like Daryl Anka, and I came across that. That changed my life. Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge, who was a great
Yeah.
friend of mine, and he's also my music, my manager. And bro, like it's just insane. Like I started realizing, man, people actually are waking around the world. And then little by little, when I started seeing it trickling into Hollywood and the music industry, now you got fucking celebrities on this way, music artists talking about this shit. Like it's really infesting the entire world. You feel me? And it's
Yeah.
amazing. Like it shows you that's
It's
the proof right
beautiful,
there that
man.
this awakening process is actually occurring because it's affecting all walks of life, no matter if you're fucking in the hood, if you're middle class, or if you're the richest of the richest, it's affecting everybody. Look, Jay-Z and Beyonce are now fucking vegan. You feel me? And they're promoting veganism. And I'm not saying being vegan is the way to be because at the end of the day, if you want to eat meat, if that's your level of awareness right now, then who am I to knock you? I was once at that level. I'm not those type of plant-based eaters that go around knocking people like, oh, you got to stop eating meat. You need to be vegan. I don't even like to claim myself as being vegan because there's so much negative energy attached to that
I
word.
feel you,
I
bro.
just consider
I
myself to
hate
be a human.
titles. I hate them.
I can't stand labels either, bro. It's just annoying as fuck. So I just say I'm a plant-based eater. I eat plant-based foods and a plant-based diet. You know what I mean? If you want to call me vegan, then call me vegan. But even still, bro, like I choose not to eat another form of consciousness, and animals are another form of consciousness, and like that's just my choice. You feel me? So I feel like the more in tune you become with your own energy, the more you raise the frequency of your own intelligence and your thought process, you will naturally want to stop eating meat. That's not something that someone should force you. You should just want to do it naturally. You feel me? So everybody's on their own path, bro. So you can't judge anyone. You gotta let them be. Just plant little seeds of truth in their subconscious and keep it moving, bro. That's all I've been doing for the last 12 years of this journey I've been on. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
was blessed to realize that shit early that you can't really like force shit down like my family and stuff like that. You know, like my mom, I wanted to like you know change their life, what I knew, and then like it came to the point that it's like they have to go through their own journey. You know, all you could do, like you said, is plant the seeds and guide them, and if they're not receptive, then they have to go through that journey on their own, and then they will be receptive at a point that they're at that point in their journey. You know, you can't force someone to progress to the point where they can receive what you're actually trying to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Is crazy, man. I'm really blessed to have gone through what I've gone through, man. Like drug addiction, all that shit. I went through it early and I got out of it early. I'm a year and a half sober now. I was going for like,
Yeah,
a whole bunch of
congratulations, man.
shit, man. Like I'm just blessed to have like the I had the support at the time and the willpower, really, the willpower to stop. And it's because I stopped so early. If I would have kept it going, it would have been a lot more challenging. But I was able to like recognize. I was aware through the whole time, but just kind of a not giving a fuck about my situation type thing. Because during my early awakening, I just like when I was realizing, oh, the government's killing us, all this shit, it's just like a pessimism. It was like it was like a atheist, pessimistic ass, like negative view. It's like nothing matters. Like fuck it, I'm gonna just do drugs. And then I kind of like started to realize things. Like I was starting to listen into Aloe Watts. I was starting to watch like Infinite Waters on YouTube. I was starting to like read books about
That's
like
my boy right there,
mindfulness,
bro.
meditation, and
Infinite
stuff like
Waters is
that. And
cool.
it's the transformation,
Yeah.
bro. You see, it goes from like usually I feel like a lot of spiritual awakening when it first happens, it's usually pretty negative to people, and then they turn it into
Mhm.
like they progress and their frequencies raise. Because when it first happened to me, at least, I was at a frequency where I felt like I wasn't ready, although everything happens at its divine time. You're always ready for everything that happens to you. It always happens how it's supposed to. But like, I felt like I was on such a low frequency when I was like hit with like my awareness. Like in it's kind of ironic because like in the year 2012 is when the event happened that woke me up, but I didn't actually start really waking up until like 2014. Like I got expelled from school 2012. I was isolated, lost all my friends. They all were scared of me because of rumors and stuff. And I was expelled from the entire school district, went to an alternative school. And that isolation right there bred like or birthed my awakening. You know, it kind of took a while to actually fully like digest. But then in like 2014, ever since then, I was starting to like really like learn about shit, reading books, meditating, like stuff like that. Like, and then like
You were only 14.
2017. Hmm?
So you were only 14 in 2014. So that's insane.
I
You know
know.
what I mean?
It
All the
is.
people who are watching this right now, think about how many 14-year-old kids you know who are on that wave. Not that
The
many.
only reason I left
Not
school,
that
man,
many.
was because I was learning more at home. Like I was, because when I was 15 years old, I didn't even believe in the soul yet, bro. Like I was like starting to awaken consciously, but I didn't even believe in the spiritual aspect of reality yet. I just thought that the physical realm was all that there was to existence. So I was like always curious of time, and then time, like trying to understand time, brought me into special relativity. And when I learned about special relativity, that got me into science. And I learned into quantum physics, string theory, all that stuff, and then like that was when I was like 14, 15, getting into like those concepts. And then like it got to the point that I was learning way more when I was home than I was when I was at school. And I was like, all right, I need to leave this place. And I had to wait until I turned 16 because you legally can't drop out of school until you're 16. So I had to wait until I was 16. And I had to convince my mom, and that shit wasn't easy. But like, you know, I'm blessed because she did open her mind enough to do it, because like that right there liberated me to the extent that I was able to, you know, when I first dropped out of school, I started going down the wrong path, but then I got right back out of it. And now I'm where I am now. And that's all because of those decisions, man, those hard decisions that really like changed my life and stuff like that. Like I always tell people,
Absolutely.
letting go of what your mind says about a situation, like following your heart, following your emotions about everything in your life. If you don't resonate about a situation in your life, whether it is a relationship, a school, your fucking job, whatever it is, if you don't resonate with something, don't rationalize your way admitting to it. Like follow your heart and just like do what feels right. If something doesn't feel right, restrain. Don't say, oh, like logically I shouldn't do that because that's unintelligent. Like, what am I going to do? What's my backup plan? That's how people fuck themselves up. That's how people get themselves in lives where they're so tangled in these fucking circumstances that they feel like they can't get out of. You got to like make the jump so that you could soar. Like that shit really like resonates with me, man. You got to really like let go of limiting belief systems, limiting life circumstances. And that is the only way that you are going to allow these higher vibratory manifestations and possibilities to flood into your life, because you have to let go of what no longer serves you to make plenty of room for what does. And that's really what it comes down to, man. And I feel like the reason I was able to like get to the level that I'm at the age that I'm at, is because I started early and I didn't go through that much conditioning yet. You know, sometimes it's a lot harder for people. It takes a lot longer for people who have already like 20, 30, 40 years old, already gone through like conditioning and programming to a large extent. You know, that's a lot of
That's just
unlearning.
that's a hard process to go through. You need to unlearn everything, all your dysfunctions and all the shit that you're
All
used
of
to,
it.
your patterns, your behaviors.
All of it.
You got to relearn everything from scratch. The younger you are, the easier it is. You're right, bro. But let me just say this. The fact that you're so young and you were able to attain this level of awareness so young shows you your life's purpose. It shows you that part of your purpose is to affect the masses on a mass scale. And it's just starting for you now. You got like how many followers on social media? Like 2,000 something, right?
2,500, yeah. That number right there
2,500.
is
By
already
the end of
huge.
this year, bro, by the end of this year, I would not be surprised if you have at least 10,000
I
by the
know,
end of this
bro.
year.
Before like, all right, like probably 6 months ago, I had like 300 followers.
You see? Because, bro, when you're spitting out your true self, bro, if you're speaking genuine love, cosmic awareness, you have an audience already waiting for you. And you've been attracting that audience. Like I tell people all the time, every human being on this planet has a skill and a talent and a purpose, right? As
You
soon
only
as you
have to lose
find out
the
what
way to
your
like
skill to, exactly. As soon as you find out what you're passionate about, something you would do for free, that's how you know it's your purpose. Because you're so passionate about it, you would do it for free. Once you find out what that thing is and you take action on it and you start creating content based off of that passion, every single human being on earth has an audience waiting for them to express their talents and their purpose, right? Everyone has an audience. Everyone, bro, in the future, when we attain fourth density collective planetary consciousness, everyone will be quote unquote famous because everyone will know everyone because we are all at that point we'll become a telepathic society. So you know everyone just based off their energy, not even their name. Just being in their presence, you know, oh, that's my boy CrewZ, that's Pleiiades right there, that's so and so. Just by being in their essence, you'll know what the fuck they are and who they are. So it's like that's the type of world and society we're heading towards as the years and decades continue to go on. You feel me? And so, bro, it's amazing to be at this point in time on Earth, you know, through the transition, because we're seeing it happen now. Look at the fucking news, bro. Look at the media, all this pedophilia shit coming out. That's like the beginning, you know, the Pizzagate stuff. That's the beginning of disclosure. That shows you that, and you know, it's starting to happen right now. All these big ass names in Hollywood is being exposed for who they are in the music industry, in politics, in the religious churches. Fucking
the government, HARP finally admitted to what they were doing. The chemtrails and weather modification is all on Google. If you look into it, it's all just there for the public. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's absolutely nuts.
It's crazy, bro. And it's only a matter of time before some kind of large, you know, announcement is made, and people are just gonna have to swallow that pill and deal with it. You feel me? It's gonna crash a lot of people's belief systems, bro. A lot of paradigms are gonna be crashed, but unfortunately, it needs to happen. It needs to happen. That's the only way people are gonna know what's going on, bro. We gotta move forward as a collective consciousness. We gotta move forward together. You feel me?
We need to all.
That's just the way it's gonna happen.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
We just need to fucking like just strengthen unity, man. Like everyone talks about like how or asks how are we gonna overcome this world and shit like that. First of all, ascension is a natural process. We're just we're speeding it up. We're accelerating it. That's the word I was looking for. We're accelerating it so that we can actually make the cutoff date and shit like that. And like really the only way that we can do this is if the entire planet rises as one collective consciousness with one world religion, which is love, and one race, which is humanity. And that's it. We're all humans, and we all believe in love. That's when we all are on that frequency, when we are all human beings, not white, not black, not fucking anything else other than human on Earth or an Earth being, you know? That's when we are going to see change, because then when we all begin to vibrate at a similar frequency, it is going to like, what's the word? I guess you could say accelerate or expand the frequency, because we're all gonna like we're gonna vibrate at like a harmonious frequency, the collective consciousness of Gaia, of the Earth and stuff like that. When our entire when that frequency takes over our entire planet, it doesn't even the energetic field of our planet doesn't even allow for any low frequency shit to even like really penetrate it at that point when we're vibrating that fucking high. So really every single person becoming a pillar of light, like going within themselves and cultivating their consciousness and expanding their consciousness and their energetic field is going to change the entire planet. Because every single person is a fucking soul that we need to be one with. Like, we need every single fucking person. So the first thing and the most important thing that you can do to save the fucking planet is to save yourself, is to go inside. Like, don't just go out and start helping people if you ain't even helped yet. You know, go inside, put all of your energy into yourself. And then when you become a fully realized being, and only at that point, should you expel any of your energy really trying to help people. I'm not saying do wrong to people, definitely not saying that. But don't go out of your way to expel energy really, unless you are a fully realized being. That's one of the best things that I could give advice, because we need to grow our own awareness so that we could fucking be that source of light to help someone, because you can't help someone if you don't have enough energy for them, you know, because then you're going to be detrimental. You're going to lower your energy, and that's going to be detrimental to both of you and the entire mission. You know, we don't need two half people. We need like full beings, full energetic beings. So that's what we need.
Yeah, but it goes back to the concept of love. Like you said, bro, you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself. And that's probably one of the biggest turmoils in society today. That the majority of people don't love themselves, no matter how much fucking money you make, what house you live in, how many, you know, for whatever reason, you know, having a lot of girls has always been a thing.
For love instead of inside.
Yeah, bro. Like I was saying, it doesn't matter how many girls you've got, because supposedly, apparently that's like a thing in the masculine energy. We all grew up with that, where it's like having a lot of girls is like an ego thing. Like, well, I've had so many girls. It's like, bro, none of that shit matters, bro. What really matters is, do you love yourself? Can you look at your reflection and be like, damn, bro, I truly love you. I'm grateful for you. I've been with you throughout all these experiences since you incarnated through your mother's womb. And you're all, you got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, you're all I have. You're the one that's always been here. You're the one that's going to be here when I die. And I do everything in life for myself first, right? It doesn't mean you got to be, self-centered and conceited or whatever the fuck, but you need to love yourself. You need to fall in love with yourself, because when you love yourself and you know your true nature, that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and that all walks of life externally outside of you is an aspect of your own divine consciousness, you will naturally love everyone, because at that point you understand the concept of the law of one, that we are aspects of each other. We are just experiencing ourselves subjectively, but we are one eternal consciousness. And there's multidimensional levels to this, eternal consciousness. We're just experiencing it in 3D as it's transitioning into fourth density, right? So it's like, that's what love is all about. People are like, yo, what's my purpose in life? Why are we all here? Your purpose is to remember love. That is the huge lesson in third density, is mastering love, understanding love. You're here to love yourself and to love those outside of you. Because when you enter fourth density is the realm of unconditional love. Think about it like the chakras. Right now we're in the solar plexus chakra as a collective. When we enter fourth density, we are in the heart chakra of reality. You understand? In this realm, we are quasi-physical, quasi-spiritual beings. So it's like you're kind of half spiritual, half physical. You can move through time. There's no more linear time. You're just in the present, in the past, and the future at will. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have all of these abilities, and you're a telepathic society. You're able to experience God, in a sense, on a whole nother spectrum, bro. You go beyond just the little rainbow light spectrum that you can perceive now with your physical eyes. You can see more of the light spectrum in fourth density. And that's just the heart chakra of creation. You know what I mean? You have higher beings that come from fifth, sixth density, and it's like you become less individualized and more whole. I feel like fourth density, if anything, or even fifth density, I'm not sure, it's probably the last density where we experience each other as individualized forms of consciousness, Then we turn into like a stream of consciousness, a collective stream that these lower dimensional beings have access to our collective minds. And it's like, it's an amazing fractals upon fractals and fractals and fractals of fucking realities. And I know you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, once you experience it through your meditations, you're like, yo, this shit is real. No one can tell me nothing. I don't give a fuck. Things are
Exactly.
crazy,
When
bro.
you
This is
experience
real.
it firsthand, like when you're not thinking about it, when you actually have an experience where it has nothing to do with your mind anymore. Like it's just your consciousness is undergoing an experience that can only mean that multiple dimensions of reality exist and all these things are real and we are energetic beings having a spiritual beings having a human experience. And like, is when you actually get that experience yourself, whether it is through meditation or any type of awakening type of experience, it's absolutely like nothing else, man. Like you can only go so far with your mind, but when you actually experience it, an understanding comes that is like unparalleled to any other realm of knowledge. It's crazy.
Yo, absolutely, bro. Word up. Yo, I don't know. Have you ever heard of this dude that goes by, his name is Jonathan. He just completely disappeared from the internet, but back in like 07, 08, 09, he used to go by the name of Adam Pants, and his real name was Jonathan. Have you ever came across his material on YouTube?
I don't recognize the name. I don't think so.
All right, yo, search that shit when this conversation is done or whenever you got time. That information, this dude named Jonathan, this man would just record, audio recordings of himself speaking for hours and hours and hours. This is a man that used to be a doctor who made six-digit figures, pretty much left it all fucking behind to just, I don't know what even to call it. But his information that he recorded, bro, like that was the being who helped me understand the scale, what he called the scale of reality, meaning that we are all cells to something larger, and it's infinitely small and infinitely large, like, like fractals, right? So it's like, think about it like this. That shit blew my mind when I first thought about it. You're a human being, you're one of 7 billion on this planet, right? This planet which people call Mother Earth because it is more of a feminine consciousness that is embodied into this planetary body, right? So it's a female planet in a sense. That's why it's called Mother Earth. And so you're one of 7 billion humans. And then there's at least 8 to 10 planets, revolving around this one star, right? So it's like we are the trillions of cells of the Earth. If you think of the Earth as a conscious being, like a human is a conscious being, communicating with other humans, the Earth is a conscious sentient being communicating with other planets. And then it's like solar systems are conscious beings communicating with other solar systems. And meanwhile, the planets are the cells of the solar systems, and then the humans are the cells of the planet. The continents are the organs of the planet. The rivers are the fucking veins of the planet. The oceans are like the blood of the planet, and it's like it's a scale of reality. Then think of a fucking galaxy, okay? The galaxy is one infinitely expanding being, a consciousness. And the fucking guts, if you will, the cells of that planet are the trillions and trillions and trillions of stars and planets and nebulas and clusters that exist within that one galaxy. And then you got the galaxy communicating with other galaxies. And it's already been proven that there's fucking billions of galaxies in this one universe. So that essentially the universe is this one ultimate being with cells within the universe, which are the galaxies, and cells within the galaxy, which are the stars, and cells, which are the planets, and cells, which are the organs and the humans and the people. And what are our cells? Trillions of fucking microscopic cells within our fucking bodies that are conscious of itself, just like we are conscious of itself, meaning they probably have their own experiences within our body, right? And they are within us as we are within the planet. So it's like, it's scale of reality, bro. When this man really introduced my mind to that concept, I was like, holy shit.
I know,
like, that really made me
experience that you saying all of that. I already knew exactly where you were going to go with that. And then as you just kept expanding with that concept, it's just absolutely like, it's like you expand your awareness on, like your consciousness goes to like the scope of the universe and stuff like that. And you really like, you get that higher perspective from seeing things like that. And it's absolutely fucking consciousness expanding. It's awesome to think about things like that, to gain perspective about like who we are, like in the grand scheme of things, and like what we are really, and like that resonates so deeply, man. And that's some very powerful perspective right now. I'm definitely gonna look that guy up, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, this guy, he flipped it. Even like when he speaks about like Jesus and the Bible, right? And the parables, like he flipped it to another level that made you realize, like, yo, this shit is crazy. Because I can't really remember exactly what he said, because it was years when I first got into his information, his content. But he would say something about, think of like a manual of how to ride a bike, right? Which pretty much symbolizes the Bible, okay? A manual of how to ride the bike. You can read that manual from beginning to end to beginning. You can memorize that whole fucking manual. But if you never hop on a bike, you will not know how to ride a fucking bike. So with Jesus and the Bible, what it's doing is like, they're all making you ride Jesus' shit. Forgive my, language, but they're making you ride Jesus instead of making you realize that Jesus, or Yeshua, if you know what his real name was, Yeshua never intended us to worship him. He intended us to realize that we are just as powerful as he is and more. That's why it says in the Bible, everything I can do, you can do and more. So he was a reflection of what a human being is capable of attaining while in third density. So the Bible pretty much, those who wrote the Bible anyway, they kind of just took a bunch of information from all of these different ancient sources like the Enuma Elish, the 7 Tablets of Destiny, the Sumerian clay tablets. All of this shit that's older than the Bible itself. You got everything there, from the fucking Great Flood to the Tower of Babel to, Noah, and all of these amazing histories and stories, Adam and Eve, Garden of Eden. It's all in these tablets that are older than the Bible. But then the Bible just takes bits and pieces of information from all these ancient scriptures and then just adds a bunch of twists and contradiction information. And it's like, you're reading all of these steps of how to ride the bike, but you're not learning how to ride the bike. Like, you're never hopping on the bike. It's keeping you away from hopping on that bike and learning how to maneuver through your own spiritual ability, your power from within you. And it's like having you search outside of yourself for answers and think that you're going to be punished by some God who's going to punish you because you do, quote unquote, sins or whatever. It's like, bro, how can an unconditionally, intelligently, infinitely cosmic intelligence known as God punish any soul when it is
Exactly.
all multidimensional levels to it, and it would understand your dysfunction. It would understand why you're capable of committing murder, rape, and all these other crazy ass dysfunctional activities, right? It's like that is all a manifestation of a dysfunctional, out of alignment soul, a soul that is disconnected from the unconditional love aspect of its own mind and intelligence is capable of seeing this and committing these acts because they are lost in the illusion of separation. They believe they are separate from those outside of them, so they are able to be devious and conniving and fucking
They're
all
the
of this
ones that
crazy
need the
shit. You
most
feel
help.
me?
They're the ones that need the most energy because they're so lost. They need to
Yeah,
be guided back to source consciousness where they would never make a decision like that.
absolutely, bro. And so once you see this for yourself, like it makes you realize that hold up. And a lot of people hate this phrase, but the truth is, I am God. And when you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am God, God exists within me. But everyone outside of me is also God. God exists within everyone and everything. But it's like that's blasphemy for certain religious people because they're like, no, you're saying that you are on God's level and that you are above Jesus and you are above God. It's like, how the fuck am I saying that I'm above anyone? I'm just letting you know that I am an aspect
You're not
of
saying
this
you're
infinite
above anyone, you're saying
divine.
you are everyone.
Exactly, bro. You're not above anyone. You are everyone. So when you realize you are everyone, you fucking love everyone and you want to uplift everyone and you want everyone to succeed. Because if everyone succeeds, you succeed. It's just like it's common sense, bro. So it's like, unfortunately, there's a lot of people, very intelligent, amazing people who are just not there yet. And, you know, people like myself, people like you, people like David Wilcock and all these other big ass names in the conscious community, we are the ones that are making this change occur on a cosmic collective level. And it's all happening through us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a beautiful blessing to be in front of, you know, this many people, to have acquired 25,600 followers now at this point in my social media. I remember when I only had 300 followers and I was like, damn, how the fuck do these people get like 30,000 followers? That's crazy, right? But it happened to me, and it's because I stayed true to who I am. I connected with people within the conscious community who would also repost my stuff, and little by little, people started resonating with my content and my information and my music. And so I attracted a big ass following. And I know it's just going to keep growing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're true to who you are, you will attract genuine people who love and support your shit. You know what I mean? And it's just
Exactly.
the laws of the universe. Like attracts like. That's just what it is. You feel me? So if you're watching this right now, if you're in this, you know, conversation with me and my boy here, and you're thinking to yourself, how can I attract more people from my business or from my content or whatever? Just stay true to who you are, bro, and repost things that will actually benefit people. If you see a repost that has lots of fucking views, repost that shit that will bring you more views and more attention to yourself. But just make sure it aligns with love and positivity and cosmic awareness, because that is the audience you want to attract to yourself. So reach out to people with big following. Not all the time are they going to respond to you, because a lot of them get so many notifications and DMs, like myself. I get so many of these shits, it gets lost sometimes. Sometimes I gotta star it so I know who it is. You feel me? Because like I get all of these questions, and that's why I created one-on-one with CrewZ, because it got to the point that I would just sit there for fucking hours, bro, responding and answering everybody's questions for mad
Yeah.
long, taking time away from my family, my wife and my kids, and my purpose and what I gotta do, my work and whatnot, my creativity. I'm like, yo, I can't keep doing this, bro. And as much as I'm not about money, because money to me is, you know, meaningless, it's just energy, and we humans give it power and we give it value. As much as I'm not about that, I'm like, well, we got to have an even exchange of energy. So if I'm going to give you 30 minutes or 1 hour of my time, the fair thing would be to give me an exchange of energy, which in this monetary system, it's money. We all need money. So for those people that think, yo, but you know, you're spiritually aware now, bro. Like, why are you trying to make money, whatever? It's like, yo, you think that because I'm spiritually rich, I need to be financially broke? Like, what the fuck? With spiritual awareness comes financial awareness, because once you're rich spiritually, you have learned how to manipulate reality to your liking in a positive sense. Now you can become rich too and live a comfortable life. Because unfortunately, bro, the reality is we are still stuck in this monetary system. No matter how much spiritual awareness you gain, if you're on Earth and you're not living off grid in the Amazon somewhere, you will still be affected by this monetary system. So if you want to be comfortable and live life, you know, every fucking day acting in your passions, you need money. That's just what it is. So why not make money doing what you love, being of service to humanity and helping people, you know, see the true potentials within them? If you can make money doing that, wouldn't that be ideal? Like, why are you knocking spiritual people who are making money from all the years that they've experienced and put into work? Like, they put in that work, and now they're giving you their knowledge. They're giving you the shortcuts so you don't got to go through all of that. Why is it such a bad thing, to pay for their services? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. So that's a whole new perspective we also need to give out to the people. Like, yeah, you can make money off of spirituality, but not in a deviant sense. You know what I'm saying? Just to support yourself and your family and to keep making content. You know what I mean? So you have the freedom to travel and go about your life and do what you want to do in life. Like, that's why we're all here, bro. And there's more than enough fucking money on this world for us all to be millionaires. So don't give me that shit. All the natural resources on the earth right now, bro, we can all be millionaires. All 7 billion of us. There's no reason why anyone should be poor, broke, no food, no clean water, no home. Like, there's no fucking reason for that. You feel me? Incredible. So we gotta do what we gotta do to raise the elevation of this consciousness.
Exactly, man. And not only can can people make money off their passion? That's really what you should do. That's like what you are aligned to do when you really resonate, when you get to the point in your spiritually, because I remember when I first started making music and stuff, I was like, oh, I'm gonna always put it out for free. I'm gonna never make money off my thing. It's gonna pollute it. I'm not gonna mix up that energy. But then as I started to mature,
I know, sorry to interrupt you. I said, yeah, it's the same thing with me. I had the same intentions when I started making, spiritually conscious aware music. I was like, nah, I would never, do all this shit for free. But then you realize that you can't do all of this for free either, because how are you going to keep making music if you can't pay your rent? It's just, it is what it is.
Exactly. Right. And it's not even just a sense of just like, oh, we should exchange energy. It's the fact that, like, if you are living in a financially shitty situation and you're not able to support yourself at a comfortable level without having to like bust your ass and do things that you're not like aligned with, you are going to be of less service to someone else, because you are going to be dedicating energy to something that you are not passionate about. So every moment that we are in this flow state, that we are in this state of consciousness where we are doing our passion, where we are creating, where we are in love and light, that is raising the frequency and helping everyone around us, like on a cosmic level. And then in the more human level, when you're able to vibrate in that state of passion, you're going to create more things that are going to help people. Because I truly believe that, like, our true passion, every single one of us, our soul prior to incarnating chooses what their unique expression of light working is going to be, which is what they're passionate about. And every single one, when you find your true passion, it is going to be something that evidently helps people in some way, shape, or form, no matter how diverse, whatever it is. Maybe it's cleaning floors for people. It could be anything. But in some way, shape, or form, you're going to be providing a service to people. So for you to provide that service for people, you need to have your energy filled. Really, you need to be able to be in a situation where you can be vibrating at that state of passion comfortably, and you don't have to do something that's not along the vibratory frequency that you want to vibrate at. So you have to, that's like why I feel like everyone should be making money off their passion and like living comfortably off of what they were put on this planet to do. And just like you said, bro, there's abundance of resources throughout our planet. And when you think about it, money is an energy. Money is a frequency. Everything is energy and frequency. You can never run out of, even if all the natural resources on our planet, all the gold, all the oil, all of that, would just be gone. There's still never a lack of abundance in existence. All you have to do is manifest the energetic frequency that is the matter that you call oil or money or gold or whatever. That's what the alchemists would do. Like, that's
exactly. We're all alchemists in training. We're all gods in training. You need to match that frequency. That's why money is called currency, because it's a current of energy. It's money comes, money goes. Yes, sir. And it's like you said, bro, you need to align yourself with that energy. So there's a lot of people, because I remember I was stuck in this space too. Like, okay, but how? Like, how do I do it? I know what I need to do, but how do I do it? Everybody wants to know the how, right? And it's something that I learned from Bashar, who's that entity that's channeled by Daryl Anka, is that he says human beings, the mind of a human is not designed to know how things will happen. It is only designed to know how things have happened, right? It's your higher mind, it's your higher self that knows how it'll happen, and that will give you the reality of the path of least resistance and making it happen. All you need to do is visualize the end result. See yourself already with what you have, and let the how occur to the universe. That'll just be through synchronicity. It'll manifest. You'll hear the right conversation at the right time. You'll come across somebody at the right moment, and you'll hear someone tell you something at the right moment, or you'll fucking see a flyer on TV or whatever the fucking case may be, like a commercial. Something will happen that'll present to you the opportunity to take action in that moment. And it's up to you now to take that action. If you don't take action, then the universe is like, fuck, he didn't take action. Okay, let me throw him something else. And if you're too blind to see all the signs the universe is throwing at you to take action on those opportunities, you're creating your own demise. You're not conscious enough. That was to show you were still too energetically blocked. So meditate. Meditation is the key of cleansing your energies, of enhancing your mental space and expanding your comprehension. Is meditation. Meditation will change your life, bro. That's why I'm a huge advocate for it, because it changed my life when I turned 18. And if you guys don't know, now that I have the opportunity to share with you guys, I've been posting about it in the past, but I am creating a course, a learn how to meditate course, that's just straight up videos of telling you all the ins and outs of meditation, diaphragmatic breathing, how to do it, postures, fucking the meditative state of being, astral projection. All of this stuff is included in this course that I'm creating. And it's more geared towards beginners, because I want people who are starting to get into meditation and they have questions and they want to learn. That's the audience I'm more focused on with this course. But the information that I'm providing in this course is still very, 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 crucial information to understand. It's very beneficial information. So no matter what journey or level of meditation you're at and how long you've been doing it, I would still suggest at least looking into this course, because it's only going to expand your mind more on meditation.
It seems like you're putting it in a way that it seems like you're just taking all this information and putting it in a way that can be appealing and easily digestible by someone who's new to it. But at the same time, you're putting in a whole bunch of information that anybody, regardless of your level, can gain from, because you're just putting a whole bunch of beneficial information, but you're formatting it in a digestible manner that anybody can resonate with. And that's powerful.
Yo, I'm giving you the ins and outs of it. You know what I'm saying? Why, what it is, why you should do it, how it benefits you. I'm just giving you the basic understanding. So it's not like some crazy ass, illogical, uncomprehensible shit. Like, it's something that you can understand. And then we're gonna breathe together through our diaphragm, because diaphragmatic breathing is the key and it's essential to attaining the meditative state. If you are someone who breathes improperly, you will never attain the meditative state. You have to breathe through your diaphragm. You have to master this form of breathing. And so that's what people lack. Most people on earth are, breathing through survival mode, and they don't even know it. They're taking these short ass breaths, and they don't even notice. Yeah. You got to take deep ass inhalations and deep ass exhalations to really strengthen your lungs through your diaphragm. And, it's louder. It sounds better. It helps you quiet your mind and focus on your breathing. Is the diaphragm. The diaphragmatic breathing is the key to meditation and attaining the meditative state. So it's like, bro, it's the most amazing sensations you will ever feel once you attain the meditative state. Like, I'm sure you've attained it many times. Even when you have your first astral projection, that shit will change your life, because the sensations are euphoric. And what you experience firsthand, it's like no one can call you crazy, because you were there, you experienced it. And it's probably one of my most favorite sensational experiences I've ever experienced in my entire incarnation on this earth, as this specific personality that I am right now. So it's amazing, bro. I'm truly grateful to have this moment with you, bro, and to be able to speak about these concepts to people who are watching right now, and to all of those who will eventually watch this within the next 24 hours. Hopefully you guys learned something from it, bro. Bro, we went way over time. I was supposed to get off in 30 minutes. It's already been like almost an hour.
That goes into my mind, but we were just flowing, yo. No, I'm eternally grateful for this opportunity, bro, for us to make our song together. We're gonna have a song called Inner Divinity coming out very soon. And I just appreciate you, man. I just appreciate your perspective of no barriers, because someone like you have a higher following than me, and most people in your situation would only collaborate and work with and exchange energy with people that are along similar frequencies in terms of the monetary system, in terms of that types of stuff. But you recognize the soul in people and stuff like that. You see their potential, and you see that yeah, I've been starting to do shit, but I've still just begun, I have potential to and you saw that and you recognize that in me, and that shows your state of being, that you're able to recognize that within me, and just appreciate you for that, bro. Just appreciate that you're at that level of awareness, because if this is what you're doing for me, the amount of love and light and energy that you're expanding to everyone around you is just fucking fun to think about, man. It's just there's beings like you in this world that are helping in this fucking mission that just like makes me sleep well at night, because like we're all unified. We're all, every single day people are waking up and we're all light working. We're all spreading this mission together and we're loving each other. We're bringing each other up to bring the entire planet up. And it's just like the future is nothing but fucking positivity with at this rate, man. It's absolutely fucking beautiful, man. I just, thanks again for letting me on the live stream and shit like that. Share my energy and you share thinking and shit like that.
We'll definitely be doing this shit again, bro. So like I said, anytime, my nigga. Like every time I see people on social media that have this awareness, like obviously the more you meditate, the more you're intuitive with your own energy, you can sense even through social media who's genuine and who's bullshit.
When
Who
you
just wants to make money
yourself,
off.
you understand others better.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's like, that's your intuitive discernment within you. And then, as soon as I saw your page and I saw the content you were putting out, I'm like, yo, this dude really knows his shit. Absolutely. I can care less how many followers you've got, bro. You got 10 followers. But if I can sense that there's something within you that has a purpose and you've actually been putting out beneficial content that is, it's affecting people in a positive way, then absolutely, let's collaborate, whether it's musically, whether it's conversations like this or business, like whatever the case may be, let's make it happen because we need to find each other. That's why we're all here. We need to find more people in this community that are on this frequency so that we can keep creating content that will attract more people to this community. Because the more people that get into the conscious community, the more people will find the strength within them to stand up for what they believe in and to create their own, content and to really change the fucking world. That's why we're all here. And music has the most profound effect on human consciousness. It literally shapes your way of being. Think about when you're in high school, the type of music you listen to is the type of crew you're hanging out with, you're chilling with. The type of dumb shit you're doing is just based off the music you listen to. So it literally shapes music. So as soon as you realize how fucking effective music is on the mind, you're going to start choosing to create music that actually uplifts your mind on a subconscious level. That's what we're here for, bro. That's the kind of music I make. That's why I've been able to attract the following that I have so far, and it's just going to keep growing as yours is going to continue to keep growing. Mark my words, bro. By the end of this year, you will have at least 10,000 followers. I promise you, because you're someone who's very in tune, you're very genuine, and you're a loving soul. You're an intelligent being, so you will attract more and more and more people to resonate with your frequency, bro. So congratulations ahead of time. I appreciate your time, brother. Thank you so much for hopping on with me. Thank you for having me, giving me the opportunity to hop on your song. I can't wait to put that shit out. The beat was so fire, bro, that I already started writing to it. I'm already halfway done with my verse, so I'll probably end up recording that shit either tonight or tomorrow, but you'll have that shit in your email right away. And let's make it happen, brother. Let's keep putting out content, bro. We'll be talking again live again. I'm pretty sure the people watching this who stayed the whole entire fucking 54 minutes, if you've been here for the whole 54 minutes, bro, I love you unconditionally. I'm grateful for you. Thank you. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you gained beneficial information in this conversation that I had here. And actually, I saw this one comment before I let you go that was asking you, how do you say your name? Like, how do you, pronounce your name? I guess they don't know how to pronounce it. So if you want to just put it out there, let people know how you pronounce your name.
Pleiiades. Pleiiades. It's like Pleiiades. It's like the star system. The star system called Pleiades, where there's a planet orbiting around it that has a race of beings called the Pleiadians that are helping tremendously in the human ascension. And a lot of the Pleiadians have chose to incarnate on Gaia, and I am one of these, and there are many of them throughout this planet. And, that's what I named myself after, because of, what else am I going to name myself with? It's the name that I resonate with more than my actual birth name. So it's just Pleiiades with 3 eyes representing, third eye awakening, because it's what we all need to do.
There you go, man. Amazing. So we'll end it with that, guys. We appreciate y'all. Have a blessed night or a blessed morning, wherever the hell in the world you are right now watching this. Keep expanding, keep connecting, and keep reaching out, bro. We got more fire-ass music on the way. My album is dropping very soon in about 2 weeks. Cosmic Heights. It's going to be on another level, so make sure y'all just stay tuned, bro. We got more music in.
For everyone watching, man, I got a song, Gaia, coming out this month on 3/2/1, March 21st. Gaia, it's all about a lot of the things that we talked about. Everyone watching this to this time would love that song, and you're going to love his album. His shit is going to be amazing. Like, I just feel I feel like I've listened to it, but I haven't yet. And it's going to be amazing, man. This man's frequency is fucking like nothing else, man. I appreciate the opportunity for being on this being honest, exchanging energy with
Absolutely.
all of these souls.
We'll do it again. Yo, we'll do it again, bro. Trust me. So, yo, love you unconditionally. I appreciate your existence, brother. You have a wonderful evening. All right? Holla at
You
me.
will, brother. Love you, bro. Namaste.